From Soviet ministry to energy giant, the birth of Gazprom. In the waning years of the Soviet Union, a behemoth was born. The Soviet Union, a vast and complex entity, was undergoing significant changes. The gas industry, which had been a crucial part of the Soviet economy, was about to witness a transformation that would have far-reaching consequences. August 1989 saw the transformation of the Ministry of Gas Industry into Gazprom. This was not just a simple rebranding, it was a strategic move to consolidate the Soviet Union's gas resources under one entity. The formation of Gazprom was a significant event, marking the beginning of a new era in the energy sector. This marked the creation of a state-controlled energy giant, holding within its grasp the vast natural gas reserves of the collapsing Soviet Empire. Gazprom was now in control of the largest natural gas reserves in the world, a resource that would prove to be invaluable in the years to come. The world watched as this new entity emerged from the ashes, its future uncertain. The collapse of the Soviet Union was a time of great uncertainty, and Gazprom's future was no exception. There were many questions about how this new entity would navigate the turbulent waters of the post-Soviet era. Gazprom inherited a sprawling network of pipelines, production facilities, and a workforce of over 1 million people. This vast infrastructure was both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it provided Gazprom with the means to become a major player in the global energy market. On the other hand, it required significant investment and management to maintain and expand. It was a time of chaos and opportunity. The collapse of the Soviet Union created a power vacuum, and Gazprom was in a unique position to fill it. The company's leaders had to navigate a complex and rapidly changing political and economic landscape. The Soviet Union was crumbling. The old order was falling apart, and a new one was struggling to take its place. This period of transition was marked by political instability, economic hardship, and social unrest. Amidst this upheaval, Gazprom navigated a turbulent transition. The company's leaders had to make difficult decisions and take bold actions to ensure Gazprom's survival and growth. They had to deal with internal challenges such as restructuring the company and managing its vast workforce, as well as external challenges such as navigating the new political and economic landscape. It emerged as a symbol of Russia's enduring energy might. Despite the challenges, Gazprom managed to establish itself as a key player in the global energy market. The company's success was a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of its leaders and employees. The early 1990s were a time of privatization and economic liberalization in Russia. The Russian government was implementing a series of reforms aimed at transitioning the country from a centrally planned economy to a market economy. These reforms had a significant impact on Gazprom and the broader energy sector. Yet, Gazprom remained firmly under state control. Despite the broader trend towards privatization, the Russian government maintained a tight grip on Gazprom. This was a strategic decision as the government recognized the importance of Gazprom's vast natural gas reserves and its potential as a tool of economic and political influence. It became a powerful tool for the Russian government. Gazprom's vast resources and strategic infrastructure gave the Russian government significant leverage in both domestic and international affairs. The company played a key role in Russia's energy policy and its broader geopolitical strategy. Its vast reserves, strategic infrastructure, and monopoly over exports gave Russia significant leverage in the global energy market. Gazprom's control over a significant portion of the world's natural gas supply made it a key player in the global energy market. The company's ability to influence gas prices and supply had far-reaching implications for countries around the world. The seeds of Gazprom's future dominance were sown during these early years. The company's leaders laid the groundwork for its future success by investing in infrastructure, expanding its operations, and building relationships with key stakeholders. It was a time of transformation. Gazprom was evolving from a Soviet-era ministry into a modern global energy company. This transformation was not just about changing the company's name or structure. It was about redefining its mission, vision, and values. A once Soviet ministry was reborn as a global energy player. Gazprom's journey from a Soviet ministry to a global energy giant is a remarkable story of resilience, innovation, and strategic vision. The company's leaders and employees played a crucial role in this transformation, overcoming numerous challenges and seizing opportunities along the way. Its story is one of power, politics, and the enduring importance of natural resources on the world stage. Gazprom's rise to prominence is a testament to the enduring importance of natural resources in the global economy. The company's story is intertwined with the broader political and economic developments of the post-Soviet era, highlighting the complex interplay between energy, politics, and power. Putin's power play Gazprom as a tool of resurgence. Vladimir Putin's ascent to power in 1999 marked a turning point for Russia and for Gazprom. Putin recognized the company's potential. He saw it as a key instrument for restoring Russia's global standing and influence after the humiliations of the 1990s. Under Putin's direction, the Russian government tightened its grip on Gazprom. Loyal allies were installed in key positions. The company's vast resources were increasingly directed towards advancing the Kremlin's geopolitical agenda. Gazprom became a symbol of Russia's resurgence on the world stage. Its pipelines, stretching across continents, became arteries of influence. They carried not just natural gas but also the weight of Russia's renewed ambition. Putin's strategy was clear: leverage Gazprom's dominance in the energy market to reassert Russia's power. He understood that energy exports, particularly natural gas, gave Russia leverage over its neighbors and rivals. Gazprom would become a key instrument in this power play. Weaponizing energy. Gazprom and the Ukrainian disputes. Gazprom, Russia's state-controlled gas giant, has long been a significant player in the global energy market. However, its role extends far beyond mere business operations. Gazprom has been a critical instrument in Russia's geopolitical strategy, particularly in its dealings with Ukraine. Gazprom's transformation into a tool of Russian foreign policy was perhaps most evident in its dealings with Ukraine. This strategic use of energy resources has been a hallmark of Russia's approach to its neighbors, leveraging Gazprom's vast network of pipelines and its control over gas supplies to exert influence and pressure. As a key transit country for Russian gas flowing to Europe, Ukraine found itself on the front lines of Gazprom's increasingly assertive tactics. The country's geographical position made it a crucial link in the energy supply chain, and thus, a focal point in the broader geopolitical chess game between Russia and the West. In 2006 and 2009, disputes over gas prices and debt repayments between Gazprom and Ukraine escalated dramatically. These conflicts were not merely about economic disagreements. They were deeply intertwined with political tensions and power struggles. The disputes highlighted the fragile nature of energy security in the region. Russia cut off gas supplies to Ukraine, sending shockwaves through Europe. The sudden disruption of gas flow had immediate and far-reaching consequences, affecting millions of households and businesses across the continent. The cutoffs underscored the precariousness of Europe's energy dependence on Russia. These disputes exposed the vulnerability of European nations heavily reliant on Russian gas. The energy crisis triggered by the cutoffs led to widespread protests and a renewed focus on energy security. European governments were forced to confront the reality of their dependence and the potential risks it entailed. The message was clear: Russia was willing to use its energy dominance as a weapon to achieve its political goals. This strategy of weaponizing energy resources was not new, but the Ukrainian disputes brought it into sharp focus. It was a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play and the lengths to which Russia would go to assert its influence. The gas disputes with Ukraine were a stark demonstration of how Gazprom could be used to exert pressure on neighboring countries. The tactics employed by Russia through Gazprom were multifaceted, involving price hikes, supply cutoffs, and complex negotiations. These actions were designed to destabilize Ukraine and send a clear signal to other countries in the region. These events sent a chilling message to Europe. The continent's leaders were forced to reassess their energy policies and consider alternative sources of supply. The disputes also prompted a broader discussion about the need for greater energy independence and diversification. They highlighted the continent's dependence on Russian energy. The reliance on a single supplier for such a critical resource was a strategic vulnerability that could be exploited. The Ukrainian dispute served as a wake-up call, emphasizing the need for a more resilient and secure energy infrastructure. It fueled anxieties about the security of its energy supply. The prospect of future disruptions loomed large, and the urgency to address these concerns grew. European nations began to explore various measures to mitigate the risks, including increasing gas storage capacities, investing in renewable energy, and seeking new partnerships. The Ukrainian gas disputes were a turning point, raising red flags about Russia's willingness to use energy as a political weapon. The events underscored the interconnectedness of energy and security and the importance of a coordinated response. For Europe, it was a moment of reckoning, prompting a re-evaluation of its energy strategy and a commitment to building a more secure and sustainable future. Nord Stream, a pipeline of political power and controversy. The Nord Stream pipelines running under the Baltic Sea directly from Russia to Germany became a lightning rod for controversy. This massive infrastructure project, stretching over 1,200 kilometers, was designed to transport natural gas from the vast reserves in Russia directly to the heart of Europe, bypassing traditional transit countries. This ambitious project, championed by both Gazprom and Germany, aimed to bypass Ukraine as a transit country. Gazprom, Russia's state-controlled gas giant, saw this as a strategic move to secure a direct and reliable route to its largest European customer, while Germany viewed it as a way to ensure a steady supply of energy to fuel its economy. It promised to deliver vast quantities of Russian gas directly to the heart of Europe. The pipelines were expected to transport up to 55 billion cubic meters of gas annually, significantly bolstering Europe's energy supply and reducing the risk of disruptions caused by geopolitical tensions in transit countries. However, the project faced immediate criticism. Environmentalists raised concerns about the potential impact on the fragile Baltic Sea ecosystem, while political analysts warned of the broader geopolitical implications. Central and Eastern European countries, wary of increasing Russian influence, viewed Nord Stream as a threat to their security. Nations like Poland and the Baltic states argued that the pipeline would give Russia undue leverage over Europe, potentially allowing it to manipulate gas supplies for political purposes. They argued it would increase Europe's dependence on Russia. Critics feared that this dependency could be exploited by Moscow to exert pressure on European governments, particularly during times of political or economic conflict. It would also undermine Ukraine's strategic importance as a transit route. For decades, Ukraine had been a key transit country for Russian gas heading to Europe, providing it with significant political and economic leverage. The Nord Stream pipelines threatened to diminish this role, potentially destabilizing the region further. Despite these concerns, construction of Nord Stream 1 was completed in 2011, followed by Nord Stream 2 in 2021. The completion of these pipelines marked a significant milestone in Europe's energy landscape, but also deepened existing divisions within the continent. The project deepened divisions within Europe. While some countries welcomed the increased energy security, others saw it as a dangerous shift in the balance of power. Public protests erupted in several European cities, reflecting the widespread unease about the potential consequences of the pipelines. It highlighted the complex relationship between energy security, economic interests, and geopolitical considerations. Energy security experts pointed out that while the pipelines could enhance energy supply stability, they also pose significant risks by increasing reliance on a single supplier. The Nord Stream pipelines became a tangible symbol of Russia's growing energy dominance in Europe. Gazprom's influence in the European energy market was solidified, raising concerns about the long-term implications for European energy independence. They also underscored the challenges of balancing energy needs with strategic concerns. European policymakers were forced to navigate a delicate balance between securing affordable energy supplies and mitigating the risks associated with increased dependency on Russian gas. The pipelines became a focal point for debates about Russia's intentions and Europe's vulnerability. As Europe grappled with these issues, the Nord Stream pipelines stood as a testament to the intricate and often contentious interplay between energy, politics, and power.